You're live, sir.
Cool. I'm on sign first. Shalom, Israel, Willie SUPK started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohanan. And since 1969, we've been teaching the truth that according to the Bible, the Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians, we are the Israelites. We are the Jews according to the Bible. Our priest and officer Sha'al. And today is Wednesday law class. Let's clap it up. Most High in Christ, great to be here. How's everybody doing? Everybody's doing Tawab, Most High in Christ. You understand? I know we living in hell. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't stop us from serving the Most High in Christ. You understand? And doing these laws, statutes, commandments. You understand why? Because the Most High made us a holy and a chosen people unto himself. Right? And that, come on.
Oh, Salaki, sir. One thing I got to check this microphone right here just to make sure everything's to
All right, no sweat.
All right. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
If you can hear off for some Salaki.
Check this microphone.
Oh, we too up?
Mhm.
I'm also
Right.
first. You understand that being the Lord's chosen people carries weight. Why? Because the Most High is our Father. And he expects a great deal from us being his Lord, being his chosen people, right? What does chosen mean? What does holy mean? Holy means to be separated.
Right.
We are supposed to be separated from the other nations. We're supposed to be separated from the Africans, from the oppressor, which is the so-called white man, from the Asians, from the Arabs, from the East Indians. Those are the other nations that God is not concerned about. Why? Because he gave us his word, which is the Bible. He gave us his truth. You understand? Christ only died for Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians because we was disobedient to the Most High God. So he expects us to search him 10 times more. I'm paraphrasing. I say that you could find that in the Apocrypha. So basically, right? Let's cut to the chase. What's going to be going down this weekend? Can anybody tell me what will be going down this weekend? We already had Thanksgiving. We already had well, not we, but in ISUPK, but the world, Salaki, the world, to be more seasoned, the world had their Thanksgiving. The world just had their Christmas. Now, what is the world about to have now? Can anybody tell me? Sister. New Year's Day, right? And we're going to get into these scriptures and we're going to show you, according to the Bible, that God is against the oppressors' New Year's Day. God is against the oppressors' pagan holidays. If it's not a feast day or a high holy day, according to the Bible, according to Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, God has nothing to do with it, right? And a whole lot of wickedness and a whole lot of fornication and adultery, a whole lot of murder, a whole lot of rape, a whole lot of drug use, drug dealing, molestation, a whole lot of evil, filthy, disgusting wickedness is going to be taking place this weekend. Starting with New Year's Eve and then starting with the New Year's Day, right? Can we get a double check on New Year's? Is it Saturday or Sunday? Is it Saturday night going into Sunday? I believe it's Saturday night going into Sunday.
Come, checking now.
So Saturday would be what? The New Year's Eve. Then Sunday would be New Year's Day. Am I correct?
Come. It's on.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Sunday, January 1st. Salakia. So can you just imagine all the wickedness that's going to be taking place? You understand all the wickedness that the Most High will see his children as the Most High sit on his throne, and he's observing all the filth, all the wickedness that our people will be partaking in this weekend. Why? Because we follow the oppressors. You understand? We make the oppressors our God instead of the Most High God. And that's the reason why we're cursed. That's the reason why we're going through the sufferings as a people, as a whole, that we're going through. You understand? That's your answer. That's your solution. You ever wonder why, well, goddamn, why is Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians so low on the earth? Why are we underneath? Why are we on the bottom? Why we're struggling? Why we can't get it together? You understand? Why we can't put our hand in a pot of gold like the other nations do? Why? Because the Most High is not with the other nations. The Most High is with his chosen. And being that, he's going to be a father and punish us when we are disobedient and do wrong to him. So basically, we're going to go into these scriptures and we're going to prove to you when is the new year according to God, not man. Because remember, the scripture says we follow the tradition of man. I'm paraphrasing. You understand? We tend to want to follow what man follows. You understand? His God and what he makes up or creates. We tend to want to follow the other nations. Why? Because we are jealous and envious over the other nations because we see them prospering. So when we see them prospering, what? We want to be just like them and follow who they follow and serve who they serve. But according to the scriptures, God, you understand, he has a new year. And it's not in the dead of winter.
Right.
January. We're gonna cover all of that. The ISUBK is the home of the truth. We've been teaching since 1969. And your Christian pastors, your Muslim mosque, or your black groups, or your organizations, or whatever you're into, does not teach the truth. That's why we err. That's why we err. That's why we sin. Because the truth is not taught to us. But only here in ISUBK, under Commander General Yohana, we teach the truth. Therefore, that you can be a righteous and holy Israelite unto the Most High and follow these law, statutes, commandments. Right? All right, so we're going to get into it. Let's go to Exodus chapter 1, verse 2.
Khan. Exodus chapter 1, verse 2. Chapter 12, verse 2?
Salakia, if I made a mistake, it's chapter 12, verse 1.
Chapter 12, verse 1.
Okay,
here we go.
Shalom to the brothers and sisters in the chat. Please make sure you subscribe and share these classes. You understand? Your brothers and sisters may not know that you can actually save a life by sharing these classes.
Right.
You understand? Sharing these classes, you're doing your part also when you share these classes, because you may be saving another brother or sister life. There might be a brother or sister who's getting ready to celebrate this filthy, disgusting, wicked, pagan holiday of the oppressor this weekend. And when they see this class, you understand, they will have a second thought and not celebrate this New Year's, this whole pagan New Year's, and come into this ISUBK doors. So share these classes, like, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Let's all do our part as a body of Christ.
Khan.
What's on Christ?
Want me to read it, sir?
Baba Kashar.
Khan. Exodus chapter 12, verse 1. And the Most High spoke unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying.
Read that again, Salakia.
Khan. Exodus chapter 12, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
And the Most High spoke unto Moses and Aaron.
And the Most High spoke unto Moses and Aaron. You understand? The Most High, black people always want to say, "Oh, well, I want a sign. Can you give me a sign? How I know God real? Give me a sign." You understand? The Most High God is not going to get off his fiery throne and talk to you face to face, you'll disintegrate. You'll burn up in ashes. You'll evaporate, first and foremost. Salakia. So he uses his priests and prophets as a mouthpiece. You understand? For a message, to give messages, you understand, to the children of Israel. Read on.
Con. Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt.
In the land of what?
Egypt.
Egypt. What does Egypt mean? Egypt means bondage. You understand? Mizraim. Bondage, which means slavery. Read on.
Saying, verse 2, this month shall be unto you the beginning.
So what?
This month shall be unto you.
The beginning.
The beginning.
The what?
The beginning.
The what?
The beginning.
Read on.
Of the month.
So the Most High is telling Moses and Aaron, you understand, he's establishing what is going to be the beginning of months, right? Now, let's observe what's going on here, right? We in January, right? The oppressor says that Salakia, we in the ending of December. The oppressor says that January is the beginning of the month. Does he not?
Come.
He says that January is the beginning of the month. But we're going to see what the Most High God, Yahweh, the God of Israel, says. Read that again, verse 2.
Come. Verse 2. This month shall be unto you the beginning of the month.
So this month shall be unto you, unto you. You understand? Meaning that you will have to observe. You understand? What will be the beginning of the month? Read on.
It shall be the first month of the year to you.
It shall be the what?
First month of the year to you.
All right, now we're going to go into what that month is. Drop that. Let me get Exodus chapter 12, verse 3.
Come. Exodus chapter 12, verse 3.
Salakia.
Come.
Exodus chapter 13, verse 3.
Come. Exodus chapter 13, verse 3.
Salakia. Oh, hold on. All right, hold on. 13, verse 3. Let me get the scripture real quick.
Come.
All right, we on track. Exodus chapter 13, verse 3.
Come. And Moses said unto the people, remember this day in which ye came out from Egypt.
In which he came out from Egypt. Read on.
Out of the house of bondage.
See, it's letting you know that Egypt is the house of bondage. The Israelites was under the Egyptians' captivity. Who are the Egyptians? What nation is the Egyptians, sister? Ham. And what is Ham today? Clap it up. You understand? It's very important to know not only your nationality, but the other nations' biblical names as well. That way you could establish and learn and understand who your enemies are. Read that again.
Come. Exodus chapter 13, verse 3. And Moses said unto the people.
Unto the people, the Israelites. You understand? Moses wasn't talking to the other nations. He was talking specifically to Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians. Read on.
Remember this day.
Don't forget.
Remember this day.
Why we observe the Passover? Because the Most High wants us to remember. You understand how he destroyed the Egyptians and took Israel out of the house of bondage. Read on.
In which ye came out from Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Slavery. Read on.
For by strength of hand the Most High brought you out from this place.
For the strength of hand the Most High brought you out from this place. Remember in Apocrypha when it says that our strength comes from heaven? I'm paraphrasing. You understand? That that was the Most High who delivered us out of the house of bondage. You understand? And it's going to be the Most High in Christ that's going to deliver us out this present wicked Babylon, America captivity that we're in right now. You understand? The same power, the same God. And it's going to happen, right? We're not going to be in this captivity for long. We're living in the end days where Christ is about to crack that sky with his 200 million angels and chariots, you understand, and destroy all our oppressors and put them into slavery. Now, as a people, we got to get it together so that we could count it worthy to escape this destruction that the Most High that Christ is going to bring on earth. Since 1969, you understand, we've been telling Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians that you got to wake up to your nationality as being the Jew, as being the Israelite, and forsake this world, turn your back to this world. You understand? Stop being friends with this world, because when you celebrate New Year's and Thanksgiving and Christmas and your birthdays, you understand, and you went to homosexuality and you're smoking weed and cigarettes, right? And you eating pork, crab, lobster, and shrimp, doing all the things that the Most High told you not to do. But during the day, you understand, when Christ comes, you understand what Christ is going to say. What the Christian's going to say, by prophesied, I'm paraphrasing, by prophesied, you know what I'm saying? I'm called in your name, and Christ is going to say, I know ye not.
That's right.
Paraphrasing. You understand? And the Christians is going to be butt sore. You understand? They're going to be sore, Paul. They're going to be sore. They're going to be very sorrowful. You understand? Because they thinking that banging their hand on the tambourine and the organ and saying all those funny words is going to get them into the kingdom of heaven. Officer Baratza.
Oh, so Salaki. So they also going to say, my God, we celebrated your birthday.
Oh.
We celebrated your birthday on December 20, you know what I'm saying, 25th.
Right.
And we, you know what I'm saying, we put trees and we gave gifts.
Right.
And we, you know what I'm saying, we help our fellow humans.
Right.
On your birthday.
Absolutely.
We worshiped you.
Right.
On your birthday. Worship you as God, because you are God.
Right. You understand? Christ is going to say, depart from me. I know ye not.
That's right.
And that's heavy. As a Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indian man, woman, you do not want to hear that coming out of Christ's mouth. A Black man.
That's right.
Who was put on earth to save you. Read on, call out the verse, Bible show.
Come on. Exodus chapter 13. In the there's Exodus chapter 13, verse 3. Mm-hmm. There shall no leavened bread be eaten.
There shall no leavened bread be eaten. You understand? Read on.
Come. Verse 4. This day came ye out in the month of Abib. This
month came ye out in the month of Abib. So that first month of the year is Abib. I want you to go into the Bible dictionary, right? And I want you to look up the word Abib.
Come.
Abib. Not January. Salakia. Not January, but the month of Abib is the first month of the year, according to the Most High God in the Bible. So we're going to look up that word Abib. We're going to get the definition of it.
Come. Abib. The pre-exilic name for the first month of the year.
For the what?
The first month of the year.
No, January.
The first month of the year.
Mm-hmm.
The first month of the year. Let me see it as Exodus. You know what I'm saying? They give you the scripture. After the exhort, the name was changed to Nisan.
Nisan.
Say again.
Nisan.
Nisan.
So Abib is Nisan is also the name of the first year. Also Abib or Nisan. Read on.
It fell about the time of our March and early April.
Wait, say that again.
It fell about the time of our March,
late March,
and early April.
And early April, which is what season would that be? What season is that? Late March, early April. Officer Paratazar?
Oh, Salaki. So that means about it's going into springtime.
Springtime.
It's going to springtime.
When everything reflourishes, when everything renews, when all the animals come out of habitation, when all our flowers are starting to bloom. You understand? When the grass is green, when the weather is cool and nice. The springtime. It doesn't mention anything about the wintertime, does it? You know what I'm saying? It's the springtime. Officer Paratza.
Salaki, sir. The Bible, you know, the pictorial, the Bible dictionary says our March.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So to let you know, it's talking about on this side of history,
right,
and using this particular calendar.
Right.
Salaki, sir.
Heavy. Right. Any more definition on that?
Allah, sir.
It doesn't mention anything about the Passover?
Oh, Salaki. So let me go in again.
Double check, Baba Kusho.
Come. Let me see here. Allah, sir. Don't go into the Passover.
All right, so no sweat. So the Bible dictionary is letting you know that the month of Abib, or you could call it Nisan, takes place at March and early April, letting you know that it's the springtime. It's the beginning of a new year according to the Most High in the Bible. Drop that scripture.
Come.
Let me get Deuteronomy chapter 16, verse 1.
Come. Deuteronomy chapter 16, verse 1. Deuteronomy 16 and 1. Deuteronomy 16 and 1.
Mm-hmm.
Observe the month of Abib.
Abib.
Salaki, so Abib.
Observe the month of Abib. Let me ask you a question. Is the Most High telling you to celebrate Abib? Is he telling you that you should go out there and celebrate the month? Do we celebrate months?
Sir.
No, the Most High is not telling you to do that.
Come.
He's telling you observe the month of Abib. Why is that? Read on.
Come. And keep the Passover.
And do what?
Keep the Passover.
When is the Passover? Around what? The month of
what? The month of Abib, March and April,
right.
Between March at the end of March and the beginning of April.
Absolutely. You understand? The Most High is telling you, he's commanding you to keep the Passover like how he commanded you in Exodus, the 23rd chapter. He tells you if you don't observe and keep the Passover, you will be cut off from Israel.
Right.
You understand? Read on.
Come. Unto the Most High thy power.
Unto the Most High thy power. Read on.
For in the month of Abib.
Because in the month of Abib, you understand something. Damn, what's the word? I don't want some. Something. Damn, I don't want to sound Christian. Give me a good word. Something amazing happened. You understand? Something glorious. Something glorious occurred. Read on.
Khan. The month of Abib, the Most High thy power brought thee forth out of Egypt by night.
The Most High brought thee forth out of Egypt by night. You understand? We exited out of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. You understand? And with that came all sorts of miracles, you understand? Spiritual powers, you understand, from the Most High. The Most High had to plague Egypt with 10 great plagues in order to break Pharaoh, to let the Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians free from Egypt. Just like how the Most High is breaking this economy, this oppressor's system. You understand? You got wildfires that's destroying Los Angeles. You understand? I just heard in the news this morning that Mexico have snow. Issacharites is building snowmans. Con. Issacharites is building snowmans in Mexico. You got plagues, you got famines, you understand? You got the coronavirus, you got monkeypox. You understand? You're still fighting AIDS and syphilis and gonorrhea. You understand? You got so many plagues that the Most High is plaguing this oppressor's empire. Read that again.
Khan.
That would be verse 1.
Verse 1, Khan. Observe the month of Abib and keep the Passover.
And do what?
Keep the Passover.
And keep the Passover. Why? Because this is your history. This is your true Black history, Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indian. You understand? This is something to be proud of. This is something to boast about. That your God, you understand? Your God fought for you. Your God fought the other nation, the nations of Ham, the Africans, the Egyptians for you, in order to set you free, just like how He's gonna do in their time, future, when He sends Christ down to come and get us out of this captivity.
Right.
This is something for you to be celebrating, for you to be uplifting, for you to get excited about and put on your glorious garments and your apparel. Sisters, you cover your heads and put on your glorious dresses and whatnot. You understand? And you dress your kids up gloriously. Not celebrating New Year's, not celebrating Christmas or your birthday. God don't give a damn about those pagan holidays. He don't acknowledge that. And you see how glorious the 53rd Passover was? How glorious all the brothers and sisters look as we serve the Most High. That's how it's supposed to be. And the other nations know that too. The other nations are afraid of that. That's why they got together, and it says in Psalms 83rd chapter, they have taken crafty counsel. All these, you got to understand. We've been taught over and over and over to do wrong against our power, our God.
Right.
You understand? Everything we've learned in this filthy, stinking society, this kingdom, you understand, wherever you are Black, Hispanic, or Native North American Indian scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, you've been told to sin against your God. And they know when you sin against the Most High is not with you. That's why we in this condition that we're in right now. Why is your Christian pastor not teaching you this? Why is your Christian pastor not teaching you? If you stop eating that pork, crab, lobster, and shrimp, you'll live longer.
Right.
Why is your Christian church telling you if you stop being a homosexual, you live longer? Why is your Christian church teaching you why your Christian pastor not teaching you that you should love your brother and your sister as yourself? Because all of these things give us life if we keep the law, statutes, commandments. And we're going to get into that later in Baruch. Read on. Any more on that?
Khan.
Read on.
And keep the Passover unto the Most High thy power.
Pull out the verse,
Khan. We got Deuteronomy chapter 16, verse 1. Observe the month of Abib and keep the Passover unto the Most High thy power. For in the month of Abib,
which is the beginning of the month of the year, read on.
The Most High, thy power, brought thee forth out of Egypt by night.
He exited out of Egypt by night. You understand? In the month of Abib, late March, early April, which will be springtime,
Okay.
not December, not winter. Right? Drop that. Let me get Genesis chapter 1, verse 5.
Con.
Because it's, the white man, Slakia, the oppressor, the oppressor got us out here looking like fools when we follow him. So our people, right? This is what our people going to do. January, Salakia. See, I'll be getting mixed up with this. Esau's calendar is just ridiculous.
Salakia, sir. I also have the Nisan. That's how you pronounce it. Nissan. I have the Nissan on it.
Or is a definition for Nissan?
Con. They actually got a breakdown of it.
Oh, for sure.
They actually have a breakdown of it. It says Nissan. You know what I'm saying?
Whose alarm is that? That's
the microwave.
Con.
Salakia. It got down the name of the month,
mm-hmm.
and it's also talking about the seasons. So you know what I'm saying. You have Nisan between, like you said, like you know what I'm saying, like you say, out of one March and April.
Right.
You know what I'm saying. You got the beginning of barley harvest and you know what I'm saying, barley and wheat. Yeah, Con. Then you know what I'm saying. Then they have, because it also have down. It says Sachan side Jewish calendar.
Okay.
So it got that, and that's the first month.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So Nisan is the first month of the year. So
Most High in Christ.
Con.
The water for bringing that out, man. Heavy information. Right. So we're gonna get into Genesis chapter 1, verse 5, right? So the oppressor got you thinking that, right? Sunday night into Monday. So what people gonna be doing? They're gonna be in Times Square, freezing cold. You understand? Here it's going to rain, which is not gonna stop the wicked people. Rain will not stop wicked people. You understand? Nothing stops wicked people.
So like you say, it did not stop me when I was in the world.
Right, absolutely. Nothing stopped us from doing wickedness when we was in the world. Right? So the oppressor says 12 midnight, which is going to be a new day. And that's another thing that your oppressor lies about. The new day doesn't start at 12 a.m. in the morning. We're going to go into that right now. Let's go. Genesis chapter 1, verse 5.
Genesis chapter 1, verse 5. And the power called the light day.
And the power called the light day. You understand? Because in the beginning of creation, it was all darkness. You understand? The Most High, it was all darkness. The Most High created light, then he created dark. You understand? You simple Christians can't even break this down. You understand? You can't even edify your people correctly. Your oppressor tells you that a new day tonight, right? Let's say like tonight. Today is Wednesday, right? So your oppressor says that 12 a.m. when it's 12 a.m. it would be Thursday. Guess what? We in Thursday right now.
That's right.
We in Thursday right now, and the Bible will explain that to you. Read that again.
Con. Genesis chapter 1, verse 5. And the power called the light day.
So it was dark. The earth was in void. It was all darkness. And the power called the light day. He created light and he called it day. Read on.
Con. In the darkness.
In the what?
In the darkness.
In the what?
In the darkness.
Read on.
He called night.
In the darkness, he called night, right? Daytime is light. Dark is nighttime. Read on.
And the evening.
In the what?
In the evening.
In the what?
In the evening.
Read on.
And the morning.
Wait. No, the morning and the evening.
In the evening and the morning
The
was
Bible, right? I'm sorry, Slakia. In the evening and the morning. You notice how it doesn't say in the morning and the evening, because they say that 12 a.m. is what? 12 a.m. is what according to the oppressor? Sister? Which is what? It's the morning. Clap it up. You understand? The sister understands. You understand? Read that again.
in the evening and the morning was the first day.
Was the what?
Was the first day.
Was the first day. Letting you know that, listen, nighttime is not Slakia. Letting you know that according to the Most High, in the evening, sundown is the beginning of a new day.
That's right.
Not 12 a.m. in the morning when everybody's supposed to be getting rest and whatnot. You understand? Some people up working and whatnot, but it's like Officer Bronson.
Salaki, sir, our oppressor won't allow us to sleep.
No.
Sir.
What they call New York, the city that never sleeps. Right?
Come on.
Yeah, he has some truth about that.
What's that in Christ, sir? Salaki.
Salakia. Come, let's get Leviticus chapter. Is there any way we could shut that off?
Oh, it's Salaki, sir. The sister was cooking some food.
All right, no sweat. All right, let's get Leviticus chapter 23.
Come on.
And Salaki, I didn't know she was all right too. That's the walk. Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 32. Let the Most High expound on how a day works. So let's get more clarification according to the Most High on how a day works, because this oppressor got Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians going by, their philosophies.
Come.
And we got everything screwed up. You understand? That's why we're not on the right track with the Most High, because we too busy observing the oppressor's false philosophies, where we're not observing what our power, Yahweh, the God of Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians, instructed us to follow. Officer Perazzo?
Salaki, sir, our oppressor got us working so much. Our oppressor told us is 24 hours in a day. So our oppressor got us sleeping 8 hours. Got us working, 8 more hours. That's 16 hours.
Right.
Off the top.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now, and it also got you, and the general amount of time for you to get to work is an hour. So that's 2 hours off the top. You already at 20.
Right.
You already at 20 hours. Now, if you have kids, if you have to go get something to eat, you got to go back to work.
Right. Right.
You got to go back to work. Salaki, sir. If our oppressor of 2022, if they could bring back slavery, they will.
Damn right. Absolutely. You're right about that. Right? Come on. Let's go to Leviticus chapter 23, verse 32.
Come on. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 32. It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest.
It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest.
And ye shall afflict your soul.
And he shall afflict your soul. So what is this Sabbath? What is this Sabbath the Most High is talking about when it says, and he shall afflict your souls? What high holy day is it where the Most High requires, you understand, for Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indian of age, you understand, to afflict your souls? Officer Perazzo?
The Day of Atonement, sir.
Right, the Day of Atonement. You understand? When we are atoned for our sins. Right? This is not for children to do. Children can't go without 24 hours of not eating. This is not for children to do. And this is not for the elderly. And this is not for the sisters that are pregnant, or for anybody that's on medication or feeling ill. You understand? We don't die here in ISBK. We're not going to let you die. You understand? This is for able-bodied brothers and sisters that can do it. When you afflict your souls 24/7 to atone for your sins. Right? Let's read on.
Con. And ye shall afflict your soul in the ninth day of the month.
In the what?
In the ninth day of the month.
Read on.
At evening.
Now listen to this. The Most High said at evening, right? At even. Read on.
From evening unto evening.
From what?
Evening unto evening.
Say that again.
From evening unto evening.
From even unto even. Wait a minute. That's letting you know that what? What is this letting you know? Is this letting you know that a day is 12 a.m. in the morning until the following 12 a.m. in the morning? What is evening? Evening is when the sun goes down. So the Most High is letting you know from sundown to sundown is one day, is a new day. This is what the Most High is telling you. Read on. Any more on that?
Con. Shall ye celebrate your Sabbath?
So you're supposed to afflict yourself from evening until evening, even until evening. A fast is not something for you to do. Well, you know what? I'm going to start at 10 o'clock and 10 o'clock p.m. and the next 10 o'clock p.m. No, it's from when the sun goes down until the sun goes down, which is one day. That's how you fast. That's how you conduct the Day of Atonement. You understand? You could drop that. Let's get more understanding about the Most High's times and days, things of that. Go to Daniel chapter 7, verse 25.
You said Daniel?
Con.
7 and 25. Con.
Daniel 7 and 25.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 25.
Let me get there with you.
Con.
Daniel 7 and 25. Con.
Salaki, so if I may,
Con.
for you know what I'm saying, the way our oppressor, you know what I'm saying, control us with, you know what I'm saying, with the time of the way he want to run time. Because our oppressor, you know, he's trying to become God anyway. That's his thing.
Right.
Try to become God and also try to, you know what I'm saying, try to control time, you know what I'm saying, try to control time. Which this shows you that when the sun goes down, it should be obvious that the day is over.
Right.
You know what I mean? When the day is over. They knew, you know what I'm saying? And that's how people feel when the sun goes down.
Right.
And you know, people literally feel that the day is over, the sun is down. It's about to be tomorrow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And even though they don't, you know what I'm saying? Even though our people don't know that it is tomorrow, people have that feeling that tomorrow's right there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then our oppressor want to be God so much. You got daylight saving time. You know what I'm saying? We're cutting the days short.
We're gonna go into that. That's the scripture. That's the spirit.
Come.
You in the spirit.
Come.
You in the spirit.
You
Definitely in the spirit.
You just want to be God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Our oppressor. Salakia, sir.
Salakia, you just got like damn nearly like the next two scripture. All right, let's read. Most High in Christ.
Come. Daniel chapter 7, verse 25. And he shall.
Okay, Salakia, and he. The he in this context right here is talking about the oppressor. You understand? The so-called white man, the nation of Edom. You understand? Which they profess themselves to be so wise. You understand? So wise. And Obadiah. But like it says, the Most High will cut them off. Read on.
Come. And he shall speak
And
great.
He shall do what?
He shall speak great words against the Most
And
High,
he shall speak great words against the Most High. Read on.
and shall wear out the
And
saints.
he shall wear out the saints. Who are the saints? You understand? Who are the saints? Let's look that word up in the sister. Officer Provides, I know you know. Well, sister, who are the saints?
Oh man,
Oh man,
She on it.
the Israelites. The Israelites are the saints.
Come.
You understand? And the saints are not talking about those Catholic little angels that you see on the medallions. You know what I'm saying? Nah. Officer Barata.
Oh, Salaki, so I gotta go back. I gotta go back to our oppressor. Because you know he want to be God so much. We just talking about the days. He changed the times. He changed the hours. You know what I'm saying? He let you know when you're going to be a slave.
Right.
And what days you're going to get off from being a slave. He also tell you when you becoming a saint.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Saint, you know what I'm saying? Saint Mary's.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, you helping people? Oh, now you're Saint John.
Right.
Now you're Saint Matthews.
Right.
Or so on and so forth. He ordained you. He exhort you to be a saint. You know that. That's what they do in the I think they're in the Catholic Church. They exhorted that Edomite woman to become a saint. He exhorted it, that Edomite woman.
Right.
Because he wanted to be the Most High God. Salakia, sir.
Most High Christ. Heavy information.
Come.
Salakia, we have saint in the Bible dictionary.
Come.
Let's look up that word saint.
Come.
Can an African be a saint? Can a so-called oppressor be a saint? Or what about an East Indian or Arab or Asian? You know, they got Asians who think they're worshiping Christ. Remember when we was on camp 42nd Street?
That's right.
The whole mob of that whole gang, that whole angry mob gang of Asians saying celebrate Christ. Sister, we got it, sister. Most High in Christ. You know, Siri is not going to tell you who the saints are.
Well,
Siri will
we
lie
have,
to you.
Alexa on, sir.
Come, she will not tell you who are the saints.
Come.
Let's look up that word, the saints, in the Bible dictionary. Let's see what the saints mean in the Bible dictionary. Bible Kasha. We might have to get it from another source. If that, then we'll do it another time.
Come.
But the saints are the Israelites. You found anything?
Lie, sir. I don't see it. It's not in here, sir.
It's not? I know, sweat. Read Daniel 7:25 from the top again.
Come. Daniel chapter 7 verse 25. And he shall speak unto Shalaki, sir. And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High. He's a blasphemer. You understand? He's the one that said that what? Christ is white. That God is white. That the Israelites are white. You understand? He the one that said, "Who shall bring me down?" Read on.
Come.
So, like the sister, you had something to say? Read on.
Come. And shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
So, like, you sure saint is not in the Bible dictionary?
Unless I missed it, so Shalaki, sir.
Saint. Saints.
Oh, that, come, I made a mistake.
All right, let's get it, brother, for sure.
Come. Spirit.
It's very important that we look up that word saint because all other nationality, everybody can be a saint.
Come.
A saint is given is a title given to a specific people.
I'm not sure.
Parazzo, let me see that Bible dictionary.
Come.
Is it in here?
I'm for it, sir.
Bear with me, Babu Kasha. Bear with me. Salakia. Classifications. That sacrifice. Okay. Okay, saint, Salakia. Saint. In the KJV, the word saint is used to translate two Hebrew words, Quadash, which is what?
Salakia, sir.
Which is
separate.
holy.
Come.
Which is holy, which means to be separated. You understand? Now, who made Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians to be separated? The Most High. You understand? It says Quadash or Hadish. The root idea of the first is separation. In a religious sense, it means that which is separated or dedicated unto the Most High. There you go. So it's letting you know that the Israelites are the saints. Why? Because it tells you in Deuteronomy 7:6 that we are a holy people unto the Most High. You understand? We are a separate people unto the Most High. Let's go back to that scripture.
Come.
And he shall wear out the saints,
Come.
which are the Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians. And he wore us out, and he is still wearing us out. You understand? Slavery wore us out. You understand? Living in the ghettos, slums, and the barrios wears us out. Getting paid minimum wage. You understand? When we have all this wives and children to take care of. Notice I said wives. Salakia.
Correct.
I don't know. Sisters might end the class right now. Salakia. I'm only joking, but we got families to take care of. You understand? We still fighting drug-infested and gang-infested neighborhoods. You understand? We're still facing racism and brutality of the law enforcement. We are still weared out. We can't even say that we are Jews without being persecuted or being weared out. Read on.
Come. And shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
Read it from the top of
Daniel chapter 7, verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change time and laws.
And what?
Think to change times and laws.
And think to change times and what?
Laws.
Hey, listen. According to your oppressor, the New Year's is January 1st.
That's right.
In the Bible, we read something different from what the oppressor says. You understand? Why? Because he thinks to change times. The Most High God in Leviticus chapter 20 and 13 said, if a man be found laying with a man, both of them have committed an adultery. Slakia. Both of them have committed an abomination.
That's right.
Which is a filthy and disgusting, wicked act against the Most High. Both of them shall be put to death. Their blood shall surely be upon them. The oppressor is given all sorts of rights and protection to the LGBTQ community. You understand? He changed laws also.
That's
You understand? He said you can eat pork, crab, lobster, and shrimp.
Mm-hmm.
He said you could kick your husband out the house. Right? He changed all sorts of laws and times. Read on.
Comic-Con. And they shall be given unto his hand unto a time and the dividing of time.
And they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and a dividing of times. You understand? Hold on. Read that again, Salakia.
Comic-Con. You want me to read it from the top, sir?
No,
Or the
no.
last part?
Mhm.
Comic-Con. And they shall be given unto his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time.
Right. Now, you see, listen, we living in an age of information now. You
That's
understand?
right.
Where you can't say you don't know. You understand? You can't say that you haven't heard the ISUBK under Commander General Yohana teachings or classes. You can't, even if you didn't hear it from us and you probably heard it from another force group, that force group got it from us.
Right.
You understand? So we shouldn't allow ourselves to be distracted on what the Most High tells us what to do. Because the Most High told us that what? We have to follow and observe the month of Abib. You understand? We have to keep the Passover. Why you want to follow a pagan holiday that the Most High has nothing to do with? Why you want to destroy yourself? Why would you allow yourself to be destroyed? You understand? When you know you're living in an age of information where you know what you're doing is wrong. Officer Perazza.
Salakia, sir. I know I got I learned this this Christmas and this New Year's from my slave master, but it's for the kids.
Right. Oh, it's for the kids?
I don't want to take fun away from them, sir. Salakia.
Listen, the Most High God said that he kills and he makes alive. He wounds and he heals. You understand? The Most High is not a respecter of persons. You understand? That same Christmas tree you got in your house because it's for the kids, guess what? The Most High can set your house on fire and destroy your kids. I'm saying it nicely. Officer Perazza.
Sir, I love my kids, sir.
You love your kids?
I love my kids, so
you love
I'm
your
going.
kids or you worship your kids?
I worship my kids, and I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to celebrate Christmas, even though I know it is a pagan.
Right.
Even though I know Jesus didn't celebrate it, or you know what I'm saying. And I know that his birthday is not on December 25th, but I'm going to do what I want to do
because it's
for the kids.
Because you worship your kids.
Because I worship my
The
kids.
Most High could destroy your kids. You understand? You know, in all reality, you're not protecting your kids. Because when you follow these law, statutes, and commandments, you understand your kids, you understand, are under the protection of you, of the Most High. Until they get to a certain age, and then they're responsible, Salakia.
Oh, Salakia, sir. The reason why I'm celebrating Thanksgiving because you're not my slave master. You look like me, so I'm not going to listen to you, sir. I'm not going to listen to you because you're not my slave master. If my slave master say don't celebrate Thanksgiving or Christmas anymore, I will follow suit. But now
so
I'm going to just.
Slave master is your daddy.
My slave master is my daddy, sir. Salakia.
You understand? And this is that's
real.
It's real, and that's why we in the condition we're in right now. You understand? Because we wanted a king. We didn't want to be ruled by the Most High. We wanted a man to rule over us. Why? Because we saw the other nations had kings and they were being, governed by man, and they were doing whatever they wanted to do.
Right.
Drop that. Let me get Hosea chapter 4 and 6.
Come on. Hosea.
Let me get there with
Chapter
you.
4. Oh, no, it's like so. Hosea. Chapter 4, verse 6. Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
Don't let the oppressor destroy you, man. You understand? You got the we've been teaching since ISUPK under Commander General Yohana. We've been teaching since 1969. There's no reason why any Black, Hispanic, or Native North American Indian should be destroyed. You understand? Hell, we've been Harlem. Harlem alone should not be destroyed. Every single Black, Hispanic, or Native North American Indian that's living in Harlem should be in class. This whole block should be a whole block full of brothers and sisters. For us being here in 1969 alone. Officer Prato.
Salaki, so what you're saying is so hard, body going west. They heard we said this since in the 60s.
Right.
They said that, look around, Harlem. You're not going to be here for long.
Right.
Our oppressor going to come in our neighborhood and take over.
Damn right.
We said that.
Right.
In the 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s, in the 2000s, and up until 2022.
Right.
We said that. And look exactly what happened.
Exactly.
To Harlem.
Right.
To our people.
Right.
You know what I mean? And this is, you know what I'm saying, this is go along that we saying it. We saying it. And our people still say, you're not my master.
Right.
You're not you know what I'm saying? You're not our oppressor.
Right.
Until he say so, we're going to just follow suit what he says.
Damn right.
And as you can see, we can't even use the bathroom on 125th.
Right.
Can't use the bathroom.
Right.
At all. There's no more. And Slaki, sir, I don't want to be long-winded, but I have to say this. Look at the old movies that was going on in the 70s, in the 60s, in the 70s, and the 80s. Harlem looked like a bomb hit that place. A bomb, literally a bomb hit the place in Harlem. And the stuff that we're talking about right now, it was going on back in the 70s,
right,
in the 60s.
Right.
We can see it was in the movies.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was in the movies. Drugs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Pimping.
Right.
Prostitution. Our sisters.
Gangs,
it was epidemics. Right. Remember, in New York City, mm-hmm. you couldn't have stayed there after night in New York City.
Right. Everybody
knew to leave at sundown.
Right.
New York City was a sundown town.
Right.
You couldn't stay there. And Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, we was in there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We was in the midst of the, you know what I'm saying, of the oppression, in the center of oppression.
Right.
We couldn't go nowhere because our mother lived in this burnt out building.
Right.
Our father, you know what I'm saying, was drugged out in the streets. 2020, 2023, 2022 is exactly the same thing. Like and ISUPK was boots, you know what I'm saying, boots down right there in the center of those burnt down buildings.
Damn right.
And
we were clapping up for ISUPK because we were the only ones.
That's right.
You understand? We were the only ones. You understand? We put it to you like this. Better paraphrase it. We were the only ones out there with the truth. You understand? With the truth.
Right.
Why? Because the Black Panthers was out there, the Muslims was out there, the Christian Al Sharpton was out there on his bullhorn. But guess what? We had the truth. We was out there with the truth. Salaki.
So and they was looking so glorious with those suits on, the bow ties. and them shaved faces.
With those bean pies.
You know what I'm saying? While our brothers and sisters were strung out on drugs, doped up,
Right.
had no shoes on their feet. Had no shoes on their feet.
Right.
And the Muslim mosque was right there also.
Right.
But they was looking sharp.
Right.
They was, you know what I'm saying? They was looking good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? While ISUPK was looking like exactly how our brothers and sisters was looking. We was, you know what I'm saying? Because we was block dudes.
Right.
We was block dudes
Right.
while they shaving their face, you know what I'm saying, with suits on. With suits on, just like you look, hold up. They was looking exactly like their oppressor.
Right.
They was looking exactly like their oppressor. You know what I'm saying? With the part down the middle of their head.
Yeah, grease stuff.
Salaki. I had to say that.
I know
because that's in the middle Salaki. In the middle of Harlem.
Right.
A bomb hit that place.
Right.
Literally a bomb hit Harlem.
Right.
Harlem was looking crazy.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? Long I could part my hair and put on that suit and tie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And just look and turn the blind eye towards this, you know what I'm saying? Towards this drugs and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. Now, look at Harlem right now.
Right.
Our oppressor owned Harlem.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Our oppressor owned Harlem.
Right.
You know what I mean? Harlem is not Harlem no more. It's over. It's a wrap for Harlem. Salaki, right. Sir.
Yeah, hey, clap it up for us, bro. That's heavy you brought that out. You know what I'm saying? Because we're destroyed. We're destroyed for the lack of knowledge.
That's right.
You understand? Don't you know? Every time you pick up a cigarette or smoke weed, or you hate your brother, or you hate your sister, or you celebrate your birthday, or you celebrate Christmas or New Year's, or you eat pork, crab, lobster, shrimp, or any Lord statute commandments of the Most High you break, you understand? Our nation is being put in a curse. Because the Most High tells you, you understand, when one man is not corrected in camp, the whole camp gets, the whole nation gets destroyed. The whole camp gets destroyed. You understand? So we're not individualites. The Most High is dealing with us as a nation. What's the parasha?
So you had the articles?
Con, don't sweat. Take the class over for me 1 second.
Come. I'm just going to take it. I'm just going to hold it down for the class temporarily. All I one just went to the restroom. But this is the ISUPK. This is the ISUPK lower class. This is the lower class right here, right? This is the lower class. So we're gonna let Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians know what's going on. Because you know, even you know what I'm saying, if you're looking at the Christian church, the Catholic church, the Muslim mosque, so on and so forth, you know what I'm saying? You could look at the Ten Commandments. Your sister, do you know what the first commandments?
Thou should not kill.
You say that again?
Thou should not commit adultery. Thou should not kill.
No, but that's not the first one. The first one is, you know what I'm saying, thou should not have, you know what I'm saying, another God.
Right.
And that was the first commandment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That was the first commandment that Moses written down from the Most High God. The first commandment. You know what I'm saying? We should not worship another God. What are we doing right now? What are we doing today? Yeah, because we worship up another God. And that was the first commandment. That's the law. And I'm going to pass the class back over to Priest and Officer Shaw.
Yeah, Mike. The water, please.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead, sister.
The Most High watched over us, right? Right.
Well, it depends. Are you following the law, statutes, commandments?
When you following them, how do he protect you?
How does he protect you?
Yeah.
Well, look out. Look what's going on. Look what's going on right now. When you turn on the news, what do you hear?
Somebody get killed.
Somebody getting what?
Killed.
Somebody getting killed. Somebody getting raped. Somebody's house being burnt down. Somebody's missing. You understand? Or if you're not with the Most High could tempt, Salakia. Salakia. You understand? The Most High will allow Satan, you understand? No, Salakia. Satan will tempt you to do certain things. And the scriptures say that the Most High can't tempt you. You understand? But also when you read in Job, you understand? Satan came to the Most High and said, listen, your man Job right there, I bet you if you remove his protection, you understand? That he's going to curse you to your face. Read Job. You understand?
That's right.
When the Most High removed the angels, the hedges, the angels, his protection, and he got afflicted. You understand? He lost his women. He caught boils on his skin. He lost his children, his cattle, his riches. You understand? So that's how you know that the Most High is not with you. You understand what I'm saying? You coming in here right now, letting you know that the Most High is with you, right? But what Officer Paratazar was saying was heavy. You understand? The Most High said, "Thou shalt have no other gods," because and let ISUBK is so it's such the truth.
That's
because
right. That's right.
It's because these Christians don't tell you that all of these pagan holidays have to do with worshiping another god.
That's right.
All right, we still have quite more to go.
We on
Drop that. Drop
come.
Jose. Drop Jose. Let me get Galatians chapter. No. Salakia. Let me shorten these verses. Let's look up Janus. Let me get that article, Janus.
Comic-Con. All right. I have Janus.
It's going to be short, not too long-winded on who Janus is.
Oh.
I have it, sir.
Let me get there with you.
Comic-Con.
Salakia. Let's get there with you right now. Okay. Baba shall read.
Comic-Con. Janus, the two-faced God.
The what?
The two-faced God.
What were we just talking about?
The two-faced God.
Oh, we was talking about the Most High said, "Thou shalt have no other gods before thee."
Comic-Con.
Genesis what?
A two-faced God.
The two-faced God. You understand now? When you see the picture, you understand, of a two-faced God. They share the same body, but it's a two-faced. One to the right, one to the left. Read on.
Comic-Con. In ancient Rome, mythology, Janus is the God.
Is the what?
Is the God.
Is the what?
Is the God
Read on.
of beginnings.
Of what?
Of beginnings.
Now, so-called oppressor, New Year is what? In January, which he says is the beginning of a new year. Read on.
And transitions.
Mm-hmm.
Also a gate, doors, doorway, ending, and time.
Read on.
He is usually a two-faced God, since he look to the future.
Since he looked to the future, that's why you got one head that's looking to the forward, to the future. Read on.
And the past.
And the past, and you have the other side of the face looking back at your past. Officer Peraza.
Oh, Salakis, I know, you know what I'm saying? I know you're still on time, but that that is so hard body on One West because, you know what I'm saying, our oppressor push on New Year's, are you going to lose weight? Look in your past.
Peraza's
Look at,
you're taking my class, brother. Most High Christ. Go ahead, man.
Are you going to lose weight? You know, this is the beginning. So what happened in the past? You know what I'm saying? Look towards the future.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Look towards the future. You know what I'm saying? Don't look back at the past.
Right.
Because you already did it.
Right.
But this is the new year.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? This is the new year. And that's what our oppressor push.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because he is, you know what I'm saying? He is the, you know what I'm saying? He is Jan. You know what I'm saying? He is Janus. He is Janus. And that's exactly what he pushed.
And listen, Officer Peraza, and that's where you get your New Year's resolution from. You understand? That's where you get your see, all of this is pagan. All of this does not have to do with the God in the Bible, the God that you claim you love, the God that you claim you worship. You understand? You hate God. You hate God.
That's right.
Bottom line. You understand? You're going to listen to this class. You understand? You Christians who probably tuning in. You understand? You understand? Then you're just gonna go to that mosque, right? Because they're gonna hold mosque that 12 o'clock. You're gonna go to mosque for like 2 hours. Then you're gonna put on your skin tight skirt or whatever you have on, and you're gonna go out there and you're gonna act a fool or act all types of wickedness. What's the problem?
Oh, Salakis. Oh, what you're saying is so hard, Body One West, and you know what I'm saying. You're definitely in the spirit, and this is going along with you was talking about the Christian church, because you know what I'm saying. When you read the Bible, the law, statute, commandment, it's telling you to change now. You know what I'm saying? It's telling you to change now at that moment. But our oppressor said, "Yo, you don't got to change now. Just wait until the New Year's."
Right.
You starting the New Year's over.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They come through with those smooth words.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The words are silker than butter.
Right.
You know what I mean? But the Most High is saying, you better change now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You better change now. You better follow these law, statute, commandments and follow me now.
Right.
Our oppressor, no, wait until New Year's. Wait until New Year's. And that's what our people don't want to hear. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Our people don't want to hear change now. No, they want to hear wait till New Year's. You have time.
Listen.
That's what the Salaki. So if I may, that was 6 months ago.
Right.
That was 6 months ago.
Right. You broke your resolution. You lied.
That was 6 months ago.
You understand? And listen, man. This Sunday going into Monday is going to be so wicked.
That's right.
Right? At Times Square, which with that ball, damn, I wanted to go into that ball. That ball is a god called Marduk.
That's right.
Which when you look at that, when you look at Marduk, he has a garment with round circles on it, which is really a sun. You really worshiping the sun god when that ball drops. All of that is pagan and God hates it. None of that has to do with the Most High God. You getting it?
Calm.
No sweat. You understand? Now, what they're going to do at 12 o'clock, they're going to swap spit. Listen, you're not going to, hey, listen, there's going to be men and women kissing each other that's never seen each other before. All types of fornications, all types of orgies, all types of lewdness. You understand that's going to be taking place. The Most High is against New Year's Day, the oppressor's New Year's. Let's be quick. You looking that up right now?
Calm.
Right. I'm sure General Mahima will expound on it more tomorrow, as he always does this time of year.
Oh, so like I'm about to read it right now. I'm talking about the double face.
Come on, let's go to the double face and let's go to Marduk.
Calm.
Let's finish reading up on
it. In the ancient Rome mythology, Janus is the god of beginning and transition.
So Janus is the god of beginning and transition. Janus, January. Read on.
Also, a gate, doors, doorway, endings, and time. He is usually a two-faced God. You know what I'm saying? Since he looked to the future and the past. The Romans dedicated
The who?
the Romans.
The who?
The Romans
Who are the Romans? The Romans are the Edomites, the oppressors. Read on.
dedicated the month of January.
Dedicated to what?
The month of
Read
January
on.
to Janus.
Read on.
His most apparent
Lemon.
remnant is modern culture. His namesake, the month of January.
There you go. There you go. You understand? You're not going to learn this nowhere else. You're only going to learn this here in the ISUPK under Commander Johnny Yohana, where we teach the truth. All right, you're going to look up Marduk.
What's the name of it?
What is it? Marduk?
Marduk.
I'll give you the spelling right now.
Comic-Con.
Marduk.
D-U-K.
Marduk.
My God.
Let's just get the image of him just quickly. Just right. Okay. Khan. You see that? You see that image right there? That's on the screen. That Officer Peraza has on the screen.
I'm about to share it now, sir. Salah.
Khan, that's right. Let me know when
It's up.
All right. You see that garment that this heathen has on? Does it say any words on it? Can you read it? What does it say?
Comic-Con. The statue of Marduk depicts on a cylinder seal of the 19th century BC Babylonian king Marduk.
Babylonian king Marduk. So he's a Babylonian, right? And if you see his garments, he has circles embedded all in his garments, on his hat, his headpiece, his hat. You understand? Really, those circles represent suns. You understand? Because they worship the sun god. So when you at Times Square and that 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, you understand? And that ball drops to 1, that ball, you're worshiping the sun god. That's the sun god that you out there in the freezing cold. This Sunday, you're going to be out there in the freezing rain. That's the God you will be worshiping. The God of Marduk. You understand? You're not worshiping the God of Israel. All right, drop that. There's so many scriptures we could go to, but just for time, let's go into this article.
Which one you want, sir?
How many do I have up?
You have 2 up.
Which
you have
one?
we just finished this one right here. So we have the one that I have to use on my phone for the slave.
Let's go into the
slave
slave.
of the New Year's. Come.
And what is the other one you have?
No, that was the one. That was the only one.
All right, let's go to the one with the slave. Let me
come.
read that. Let me get there with you. Now listen, we're gonna go into this very quickly. We're gonna just get a few more minutes, right, of your time. Now listen, while you celebrating New Year's, right? Understand that there was a dark history that took place every New Year's. You understand? By our oppressors. While you're out there looting and parading and engaging in unlawful sexual acts.
That's right.
And committing adultery and fornication and homosexuality. You understand? And hey, listen, your New Year's resolution is you're gonna smoke less weed, but you're really gonna smoke more weed.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You're gonna have that abortion. You're going to break the law, statutes, commandments of God. But while you're doing that, while you're celebrating a false a pagan day. Just remember that Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians was catching hell during slavery every January 1st because this is what occurred. We're going to go into the article right now. Let's go.
Come
Go to the
on.
show.
Come. The New York Times, the slaves dread New Year's.
The what?
The slave dread New
Can
Year's.
they see that picture up? I don't see anything on there.
Yeah, come. I'm going to see how I can bring that picture up at least.
No, the article. Do you? Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, because of that. Yeah, because but no, it's, other articles have. Other articles have it. So Salaki. So
Well, no, you don't have to get it. We're just gonna read the article.
let's see.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah. I
Okay.
can put this one up right here. I'll put this one up right here.
Now, on the internet, it will not allow us to get the full article. Only on our phones, it will allow us to get the full article. That's where we're reading it from the phone, and we can't bring it up on the screen. Let's go for time's sake.
Come.
Let's read it.
Oh man. Okay, here we go. Times. The slave dread New Year's Day the worst.
The slaves dread New Year's Day the worst. Not Christmas, not Thanksgiving, but New Year's Day the worst. Read on.
The grim history of January 1st.
Read on.
America are likely to think a New Year's Eve and New Year's Day was, as a time to celebrate.
Oh, Officer Bronx, though. Let's slow it down. We got some time.
Oh, come.
We too up.
Throughout it, sir. I appreciate that.
Uh-huh. Read it from the top.
Come. America are likely to think a New Year's Eve and New Year's Day as a time to celebrate the fresh start that a New Year's represents,
and like we just read. You understand? We just read what Janus is about. You understand? The time of forwardness and looking back. Read on. Beginning and end. Read on.
But there is also a troubling side to the holiday's history.
Mm-hmm.
In the year before the Civil War, the first day of the year
Of the new year.
was often a heartbreaking.
A what?
Heartbreaking.
No, a good time.
Heartbreaking.
Read on.
One for enslaved people in the United States.
So the first day, you understand, New Year's Day was a heartbreaking day for Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians that were enslaved in the United States. Read on.
Comic-Con. It's like it's in the African American community, New Year's Day used to be widely known as hiring day.
Hiring day. Damn, what do you think that means? You understand? You were going to be bought. You were going to be purchased. You understand? As a slave, you understand? You're already a slave, but you was going to be given to another slave owner. Go to a different plantation. Read on.
Comic-Con. Let me see if it's up here. Let me see. Hiring day or heartbreak day.
Or heartbreak day. Why is that? Because that's when our families will be split apart and divided. Mostly not to be ever seen again. Read on.
Comic-Con. As the African American abolitionist
Mm-hmm.
journalist William Cooper Mill described it. Because enslaved people spent New Year's Eve waiting.
Wait a minute. Read that again.
Because enslaved people spent New Year's Eve waiting.
So can you imagine that? You understand? On the so-called New Year's Eve, you understand? Our people are up all night, restless and anxious. What's that word? What's that?
Eager?
No, eager. What is that?
Oh, anxiety.
Anxiety.
Calm.
Right. You understand why? Because they know that the next day will be the possibility that they might never see their sons or their daughters or their mothers and fathers again, because they will be sold as hired. Read on.
I got to read that again. Because enslaved people spent New Year's Eve waiting, wondering, and their own was going to
if they're owners. Let's read
it. Wondering if their owners was going to rent them out to someone else.
Damn, look at that. You understand? And while your ancestors was worried and wondering and being sold, today's time, you understand? Never mind what your ancestors went through. Never mind your history. Do you even know your history? Do you even know the struggle of your people, what your people went through? You understand? Are they even teaching you this in elementary school? I remember when I was in elementary school, they haven't taught us the whole truth to it. You understand? But yeah, we were slaves in a cargo slave ship. Do our young brothers and sisters even know that their ancestors were slaves? Is that even taught today? You understand? Why are you out there celebrating and acting lawless? Read on.
Khan. Thus, potentially splitting up their families.
Splitting up their families. Read on.
The renting out of slave labor was a relatively common practice in the antebellum South.
Yeah, that was a common practice, man. Every New Year's, you understand, would be every New Year's Day would be a hiring day. You understand? Where they would rent out their slaves. You understand? They slaves would be sold to a different plantation. Read on.
And a profitable practice for white slave owners and hirers.
You understand? In other words, you might have somebody, you might be in Americas, right? And you might have somebody from the UK come all the way down to the Americas, because there would be some extreme labor in the UK that they would take a slave all the way back to the UK. You know what? I think that, what's that slave movie that tells us?
What, they were 12 years as a slave?
Right. You understand? You would have slavers, oppressors from different foreign countries, you understand, come to the Americas and pick the slaves for hire. They'll come back like 12 years later or 5 years or 13 or 20 years later. Officer Perazzo?
Salaki, sir. Actually, they was kidnapping. You thought you was going there because you're a free man. You were a free man. So I'm going to work for this guy.
Right.
Meanwhile, they take you over the Dixie line.
Right.
And then you enslaved.
Both sides.
Salaki, sir.
Damn right.
And and also, if I may, sir,
God,
the Jewish man was doing it also.
And God, and from what history and records, you understand, and proof tells you, they were one of the worst towards our people.
Well, they was white, sir.
God.
They was obvious. They was obvious, you know.
God. That specific kind.
How did they blend in so nicely? They blended in so nicely, you know. They blended in so nicely. They blended in so nicely.
There's no you can't really yeah. Well, they were disgusting. You understand? They were just disgusting towards our people. You understand? And you would think, you understand? You would think, but no, you understand? They hate Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians because they know who we are. They
went along with their brother. Their big brother told them what to do.
Absolutely.
That's it. That's it. They family member. You know, they family member. You know what I'm saying? They was the same people. The same people.
Khan.
Salaki, so you want me to finish?
Khan.
Hiring Day was part of the largest economic cycle in which most debt was collected and settled in New Year's Day.
Right. So, they profited off of us, our pain, our suffering. You understand? Our anxiety. You understand? Us being afraid and scared. You understand? Never mind how we felt. You understand? We were their captives. We were their slaves. Why? Because we were disobedient to the Most High.
Khan. Say, it was Alexa.
Salakia, if I may. Commander General Yohanan, I love when he say this. He say this often, on Blackwatch, his Blackwatch show, that we served our time here in America 10 times over. You understand? They don't want to let us go. You understand? Because we are the ones that built their economic system. That's how you understand that the scriptures is real and what the Most High is saying is real. And what the ISUBK is teaching is the truth. Because the Most High is going to have to break this empire in order for us to be free. Just like how he did the Egyptians. Pharaoh didn't wanted to let us go.
Mm-mm.
Remember, he said we can go, then he changed his mind. You understand? The same thing with the oppressor. He does not want us to go. Let us go. The Most High is going to have to break them. Read on. Let's finish this up.
Khan. Say Alexis McCosin, an expert on the history of New Year's Eve and New Year's Day and a professor of history of Southern Methodist University.
I'll skip down to the next paragraph.
Khan. Accounts.
Some enslaved.
Oh, it's a lot. Let me get this. Which one did you have, sir?
The next paragraph. Some enslaved people.
Khan. Let me just get this. Some enslaved people.
It was right under the thing you were just reading.
Khan. Let me see. Hiring Day. Oh, I got it right here, sir. Some enslaved people were put up for auction that day.
So we were being auctioned off. You understand? Read on.
Or held under contract that started in January.
Or held under contracts that started in January. So they had contracts on us. You understand? They had contracts on us.
Oh, sir, you know who loved those contracts.
Right.
I'm not saying who it is, the Jewish man, but he loved those contracts.
Right.
You know, he printed up those contracts.
Khan.
He blended so well with his brother in the southern, in the South.
Khan.
Salaka, sir. These transactions also took place all year long.
So we was without our families for years. You know, some families wouldn't see their family members for a whole year. Read on.
So,
why? Because we was under these contracts. We was taken to a different land. You understand? Another country, another state. Read on. Let's get to this.
All year long, and contract could last for different amounts of time.
Mm-hmm.
So different amounts of time. These deals were conducted privately among families, friends, and business contracts.
Yeah, your lawyers, your doctors, your businessmen, your teachers. You understand? Your banks. You understand?
Oh, Salaki. So these wasn't ordinary just poor white folks.
No.
Oh, Salaki. So I just thought it was ordinary poor white folks.
God, you understand what I'm saying?
Business people.
They conspired. You understand? They came together in a meeting, and held this meeting and say, yeah, we're gonna auction off, we're gonna sell these. You understand? What does this sound like? Doesn't this sound like Psalm the 83rd chapter? When they are confederate against thee, you understand? They have taken crafty counsel. Read on.
Come. And business contracts and slave was handed over and
Salakio, Officer Parag, can you let the sister out?
oh, come.
Shalom, sister, Lord Christ.
Go right here. Okay, I'm gonna start right here. And business contracts and slave was handed over in town squares, on courthouses,
Courthouse.
Courthouse steps, and sometimes simply on the side of the road, according to divided ministries, slaving higher in the American South by Jonathan D. Martin.
Drop that. Okay, so we basically get the understanding of this article. You understand? For those who would like to what's the process?
We have a council.
No, it's not tonight. It's being held off.
Oh, come on.
You understand? For those who want this article, right? It's from the from time.com, and it's entitled "The Slaves Dread New Year's Day the Worst: The Grim History of January 1st." Okay, so let's go drop that. Let's end it off with the scripture right here.
Come.
Let's go to Baruch chapter 4, verse 1.
That's an apocrypha.
I have quite a few scriptures I could go over, but overall, we touched on the importance of this lesson.
Baruch, what is it? Baruch what?
Baruch chapter 4, verse 1.
4 and 1. Come.
Baruch chapter 4, verse 1.
Baruch chapter 4.
Let me get there with you.
Come. Verse 1.
Let's see. Hold on. All right. Baruch chapter 4, verse 1.
Salakia, son. Let me just do this real quick. Baruch chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of the power.
This is the book of the commandments of the Most High. You understand? This book, the Holy Bible, which contains the Lord's statutes and commandments of the Most High God. Read on.
And the laws that endureth forever.
And the law that endureth forever. This law will not be done away with. The Lord's statutes, commandments of the Most High God will never, ever be done away with, like your Christian pastor teaches that Christ done away with the law. Christ never done away with the law. Read on.
Come. All they that keep it shall come to life.
All that keep it shall come to life. You understand? You keep these law, statutes, commandments, you will come to life. You understand? Meaning that you will pull off that old man. You will stop sinning. You understand? You will not celebrate New Year's Day this upcoming Sunday, going into Monday. If you're coming into life, you will not eat pork, crab, lobster, and shrimp. You will not be a homosexual. You will not commit adultery. You will not eat pork, crab, lobster, and shrimp. You will not get tattoos or smoke weed or hate your brother or hate your sister.
Right.
Or molest your family members' children. These are the things that plague Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indian households, communities. You understand? And with that, that's why we perish. That's why we die. That's why we be put. That's why we are in curses. Right? Read on.
Khan. But such as leave, it shall die.
But such as leave it shall die. So that's like the Most High waking you up, right? From the filth that you used to do in the past. You used to hustle on the block. You understand? You used to sell drugs just to get by. You understand, sister? You know, you might have done things you're not supposed to do in order to get by. You understand? You lived a filthy, disgusting, unholy, you understand, life. And the Most High pulls you out of that life, out of that world, and gives you this truth. You come into the ISUBK, you understand? You in it for a while. You understand? You wear your shield, you wear your garments, you come to a couple of feast days and high holy days, then you're right back out there in the world for whatever reason. You understand? Most High put you to the test. Now you're out there back in the world. Read that again.
Khan.
Don't leave this truth. You understand? You love this truth more than your father, more than your sister, more than your father, more than your mother, more than your sister, your brother, more than your children. That's how you're supposed to love this truth. Read on.
Khan.
Read that again.
Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1.
That last precept.
Oh, the last precept?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, from the top, from 1?
Or they that keep it shall come to life.
Oh, Khan. Sir. Oh, all they that keep it shall come to life.
Read on.
But such as leave it shall die.
Shall what?
Shall die.
Shall what?
Shall die.
Shall what?
Shall die.
Now, this Sunday morning, you understand? This Monday morning, we're going to read about the deaths. You understand? There's so many people that's going to get drunk. Oh my God. You understand? The drunk driving level is going to be so high. You understand? Read the statistics Monday morning. You understand? Or that leave it shall die. So you want to follow these law, statutes, commandments. You understand? You want to be not a friend to this world like the Most High said. I'm paraphrasing. You understand? If you're a friend to the world, you're an enemy of the Most High. And when you're enemy to the Most High, guess what? Then you're sinning. Right? With that, a priest and officer Sha'ar, I'm going to pass the class over to priest and officer Parataza.
Clap it up. All right. ISUBK announcements.
Turn the camera over to you.
Turn it.
Mm-hmm.
ISUBK security announcements. We are the ISUBK started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rules for a new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister or sister comes into the school, they are off limits. For 6 months, they are to be saluted only.
Mm-hmm.
They are here to shed themselves from the world.
Right.
If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it.
God.
After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi chapter 3, verse 18 through 10 means 10 in the Hebrew ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Most High give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. But whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation is we got the Feast of Purim.
Right.
After that, we got the Passover.
Right.
It's the Passover on April 1st. It's the Passover.
Also, Salakia, the fee is 200.
The fee is 200 for the Passover.
That's Salakia. What is that? That's 17 and up?
That's 17 and up, sir.
From 17 and up, you pay your Passover at the door. The Passover fee at the door or go online. You understand now? You do not pay your Passover fee with your tithes. Do not cheat the Most High. You understand? You are not supposed to take away that 10% of your earnings. Your tithes is something different. Don't be slick. Do not be slick because the Most High sees everything. You understand? So that's 200 at the door or online. You understand? Or you give it to your camp leader, whoever's in charge of treasury in your zone. 200 at the door. That's 17 and up or online. Most High in Christ.
Just to remind you, you know what I'm saying, if you have any questions, just, you know what I'm saying, just talk to your camp leader for any questions and look at the bulletin board for upcoming over convocation. If any brother, if anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and scarf. And with that, Amaja, which means the stand. All right. Men Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Men Israel, Amaja Shabbat. Amaja, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Rakatah. Yazmatah.
Sister salute also.
And we're gonna get on one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel. Amaja Shabbat. Amaja, Barak, Yahweh Shema Rakatah Hashem Yahshua. Yazmatah. That's
right.